where the wrestling truth resides.
Okay, so I'm gonna break the fourth wall here. Okay, so or not fourth wall, the kayfabe. I don't give a shit. That last Friday, I go and pick up KRULE from the airport. Me thinking, is he gonna be a gimmick, or is he? Does this man live his gimmick outside of the ring? And I'm like, if he does, what are the people going to think as he's walking out of the Bangor International Airport and Hotel Aviator Hotel with that mask on?
Arrested
immediately, right? Yeah. So he walks out. He's just in normal clothes. And I had everything in my head that I was thinking of that I was going to say the moment I saw him. All of that went out the window when I saw what he was wearing. He came from Atlanta, where it was like 60-something, 70-something degrees, and he literally is just in a long sleeve t-shirt and shorts. And this is last Friday, when it was like way below freezing temperatures, and I looked at him and I said, "What the fuck are you wearing?"
I always forget when I'm flying back from Florida after a week. It's like, oh yeah, it's fucking cold here. Damn it.
And then I go to get him into my car, and I drive a Subaru Outback.
A box.
Not Subaru Outback. I'm like Nissan Rogue. I drive a Nissan Rogue. And putting him in that car, like, I looked over, and he was just almost neck down like that. And I went,
he's 7 feet tall. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, in boots, he's 7 feet. So we go to the Irving in Oldtown because he needed to get something to eat. We walk in there, and the lady at the cash register, or she had her back turned. When she turned around, she like turned and was like looking eye level. She was like maybe 5'5", 5'6", and she turns and she's eye level, and then she literally just goes, "You're really tall, sir." I was like, "Whoa." Yeah, and then after the show, he wanted to go eat. So
I know my wife got called into work. I was so pissed that you guys all went.
You missed the wildest shit. We went to B-Dubs. We walk into B-Dubs. There's maybe three people at different tables. And
did anybody else just hear the "oh God" in the background as the story started?
Hannah was with us.
I just gotta point that out.
I walk up to, there's no server at the front door, so I just walked all the way to the back of the bar, and KRULE's behind me. And I walk up to this girl and I go, "Hey, is it cool if we sit down, like, what was it, 12 of us?"
Don't even get me started.
It was like 12. There was over a dozen of us there. So we had me, KRULE, Randy, Joey Nails, Tyler Collins, all the Canadians. So it was Wesley Pipes, Zane, Eric Bass.
Wesley stayed?
Wesley, yeah, because they did MEW the night after. So they stayed at the Aviator Hotel where KRULE was too. Samuel, Stormy, Hannah, and her friend Nicole. So 12 of us. I don't know if I said me. So 12 or 13. So I was like, "Do you have room for?" I was like, obviously I have room for 12. So I was like, "Can we just like push some tables together or something?" And the bartender says, "Yeah, you can go ahead and put these tables together that were like closest to the bar." So that's what me and KRULE did. As soon as we started putting the tables together, out comes this dude looking like the Penguin from Batman, hobbling his ass out of the kitchen. He looks at the two of us and goes, "What are we doing?" Like in a sarcastic, pissed off voice. And I turn and I'm like, "We're just putting these tables together. Like the bartender said we could." And he goes, "I don't think anybody told you to do that." And then so KRULE has his back turned to the guy the whole time. KRULE immediately just turns around and he just looks at this dude like short. He just looks down at him like this, and they're like chest to chest. And the dude looks up at him and he's like, "Oh, Just because you're all big and tall, you think I'm scared of you? And I can't hear what KRULE says because KRULE mumbles, but he also has a very thick Southern deep accent. So he says something to the dude. I can't hear it over the TVs and the music and whatever. And you watch this dude just look at him and then immediately just turn around and start walking away. And he's just throwing his arms up in the air, just walks back into the kitchen, never to be seen ever again. And then KRULE just turns around, faces the bar, and he goes and gets himself a drink, and then turns around and sits back at the table. We all go and sit at the table. We didn't get served for almost an hour and a half. All the Canadians left because they were starving. There was nobody else being served in here except for like 2 or 3 people. They had like 2 or 3 servers, and they were just all in the kitchen, and they were probably told by the manager, they'll leave if we just don't serve them. And eventually, but most of us didn't leave. I wanted to eat fucking food. They eventually served us.
No, tell them what Randy did.
Oh, Randy. Fucking Randy, dude.
Oh, God. Here we
Randy
go.
Carver is a motherfucking genius. He's sitting there and
we
he's
go.
like, I guess Megan wanted some food. She wasn't with us, but like some people wanted some food, and he was like, "Well, fuck, they're taking too long." While sitting at the table, he opens up his phone and he calls B-Dub's to-go counter on the other side of the room, and he watches the dude pick it up, and he goes, no one knew he was doing it. All you hear at the table is, "Hi, I'd like to place an order," like out loud. And we all just stop and we all look to Randy and go, "What is he doing?" And he goes, and he pulls out the menu and he just goes, "I'd like to get, 20 wings here." And you watch 14 heads turn around and look at the fucking to-go table. There's just a dude on the phone ordering. He goes, "Yeah," he's like, "Yeah, I'll pick it up when it's ready." The woman eventually comes around to order everyone's food. And she gets to Randy and he goes, "I already got a to-go order." He goes under Randy. She comes back with the bag and he puts the bag. She goes, after everyone had already like gotten their food and everything, puts the thing down, and he just goes, "Thank you," and he just opens up everything all out of the table and pulls it all out and goes, "Is anybody hungry?" Yeah, classic fucking Randy Carver, man. Like, it was wild. and KRULE thought it was the greatest fucking thing ever. Don't be surprised if we see KRULE at Limitless, by the way.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
That was a fun. They talked all night.
Oh, 100%. That would be awesome. Channing Thomas was KRULE.
And it's already happened before, too. And props to Randy.
That is...
For calling it to go.
See,
that's so funny.
I just got done saying I'm glad I'm not home anymore, but that's the kind of shit. That's the kind of shit that I miss. Randy's the kind of shit that I miss from not being
I
at
love
home
Randy.
anymore.
Randy's fucking awesome.
That's just straight up.
Shout out to Randy.